It is such a pleasure and an honor to be able to introduce the founder of the Me Too movement, Tarana Burke. On behalf of the Women's March Alliance and everybody watching today, we want to say thank you, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Aryn, and the Women's March Alliance for inviting me. I'm so honored to be here. I'm so honored to be asked to join the magnificent lineup of speakers for the march today. I can still feel the electric energy from the crowd at the convention back in October. It is that energy that started a year ago today that will propel us into 2018. I keep hearing that 2017 was the year women found our voices, or the year women decided to speak up, but we all know that is patently untrue. Women have been shouting and marching and organizing and strategizing and standing up for what's right since forever. We just found a frequency where the rest of the world could hear us. The legendary author Zora Neale Hurston has a quote in Their Eyes Are Watching God, one of my favorite books, that says, "There are years that ask questions and years that answer." Well, there were a lot of questions in the last 2 years. How did we get here? How will we get away from here? And what will history say about this time in our lives? I submit that 2018 is a year of answers. Women from all walks of life across the spectrum of race, class, and gender have the answers. Black women, brown women, Asian women, women survivors, disabled women, queer women, trans women have the answers. We have tapped into a frequency that the world can finally hear, and we won't be turning the dial down anytime soon. People have tried to frame the Women's March and the Me Too movement as bookends on 2017. I heard this framing many times at the close of the year. And while both phenomena speak to the incredible power of our collective voices, it makes me think of the quote made famous by Dr. King. "The moral arc of the universe is long and bends towards justice." But I prefer to think of both movements as weights on that moral arc, leaning us closer to justice. This is a year I expect to see survivors centered in conversations and work about sexual violence and not perpetrators. This is a year I expect to see the genius of Black women centered in electoral politics, as we saw in states like Alabama and Georgia, and not politics as usual. This is a year I expect to see low-wage workers supported and not pushed to the margins as we work for pay equity across industries. And this is the year I expect to see women working together for common goals of gender and racial equity, because it is in all of our best interests. We will win. We will win because we are working together and because we have to. Aluta continua.